so stupid, so dumb, so retarded that I giggled like an idiot. Yes, I had to reset my video drivers. I don't know what's going on today in particular that I've had to reset it 2 or 3 times. But anyways. Hi. Hey there, welcome. Welcome to a PigCast. We're here. We're going to have a fantastic rendition of the show like usual. I really haven't had a bad one. I know that there are some that I've said, oh, wow, today really feels like it's not going to be a good one. But I've lied. Let's be honest. I'm hysterical. You have a good time watching these either live or retrospectively. And we all have a good time here on the world famous PigCast. I have some action-packed topics as usual. Things that go against our freedom as well, my freedoms as a member of the United States of America. Some retarded fits. I really have no hope for the youth. I have no hope for any sort of young Generation Z person that's going to become a potential doctor or lawyer or anything important in the world. I have no hope based on certain things that I keep getting exposed to. Apparently, dead babies are something that's now being streamed about on TikTok. Dead babies is trending. Jesus, we're going to get into a JesusCoin, of course. Robbers being absolutely just relentless in a country with no policing. I'm sure Slatzer's going to have a good time with that. Nintendo adults, believe it or not. There's also such thing as Nintendo adults, pardon me. Nintendo adults are just as bad as Disney adults. They're just as big. They're just as rotund. I think it's a problem overall with people that collect things and just, oh, let me get my fucking all my Switch games, and it's a whole nightmare. But we're going to be showing an example of a Nintendo adult. My goodness. And also, I have a little bit of a complaint to make. And seeing that this is my form of therapy, why not? There's a new place that opened up here in Miami, Florida called the Riata. And they took over what was one of my favorite dive bars called Scotty's Landing. Now, Scotty's Landing was right on the water. It was all you wanted from a dive bar. They had burgers, they had beer. Unfortunately, in my time, I mostly went there before I drank. I mostly went to the Scotty's Landing, this particular place, before I drank, when I was still a virgin individual. And then I started drinking, and I only went to Scotty's Landing maybe a handful of times, and then they closed. But they closed for a really bougie sort of bar-like environment that they call Regatta. Now, I enjoy it. And before I complain, I just want it to be known that I enjoy the place. I like it. It's full of what I like to call thotties, very attractive girls, very attractive people all around. Although the first time I went, I was turned off a little bit because they had a hat policy. Now, they didn't just have a hat policy that makes sense. Like, oh, you can't come in here and wear a cap. I would understand that. Certain places have a dress code. You can't wear certain things. And you can't wear shorts to a club. Right? Makes sense. However, what doesn't make sense is that I had my baseball cap on backwards. And security put their hand on my chest and they said, hey, man. Hey, dude, you have to have the hat facing forward. And I go, all right, whatever. So I face it forward. I walk a couple steps inside, and then I turn my hat back around. Because fuck you. What the fuck? What kind of stupid rule is that? The moment I place my hat from forward to backwards, I have 3 security guards on me saying, hey, man, hey, turn it forward. As if they have guys specifically looking for this egregious incident of people turning their hat backwards. What? Are we living in 1992 where a backwards hat is a sign of delinquency? What are we, the Sugar Hill Gang? What kind of retarded law is that in your stupid fucking establishment? Now, I immediately thought that it was a dumb bitch that decided to write the law. No, it was a guy, and I'll tell you why. I realized this. And I should have done something about it, and I didn't, unfortunately, seeing that the owner was nearby the following time I went to the Regatta, and I was wearing this exact same beanie I was wearing in this particular establishment, and nothing. The guy didn't say anything. He didn't say a word, and I'm like, all right, finally, I guess I could wear a beanie and not get accosted by security. Once again, a hand was placed on my chest and said, hey, buddy, your chain needs to go on the inside. My chain needs to go on the inside. My chain? My necklace? Is this same effect given to women that have their necklaces, I'm sure, out and about? Or does it only affect men? Cis privileged white men like me, that I have to have my chain now inside. The laws in this place have to be made by a person who got robbed by another man in 1993, because that's the only person that I could think of would be wearing a backwards cap and a chain outside that would commit any sort of crime. So I was upset. I did it, obviously, because I didn't want to cause a scene. And then the owner happens to be in our table. The owner of the Riata was right there partying along. And it's a man that looks very Cuban. He was very drunk. I wasn't drunk enough because I feel like had I been, I would have been, hey, man, let me ask you a question. Come on. And then it would have been a Larry David sort of scenario where I said, hey, man, what's up with the hat thing? What's up with the hat thing? Or what's up with the chain thing? What's up with that? And of course, yeah, I understand. If you're an establishment, you want to have rules. You want to have... There were people wearing shorts. There were people wearing flip-flops. Little flip-flops there. But I wasn't allowed with a backwards cap. The rest of my outfit was nice. I had some good pants on. I had some Brook Brothers. I had a Brook Brothers shirt. A pressed Brook Brothers shirt, I remind you. But no, the chain being outside is suddenly an issue. The moment I put the hat, you should have seen it. You should have seen it. The quickness of security to come at me and go, hey, man, put the hat forward. What? So that was annoying. That was obnoxious. I wanted to boycott the Riata, but my friends like it. And unfortunately, it's one of those places where, you know, if you get kicked out and then they're going out and they go there and then now what? I'm not going to go? Because I'm on a list somewhere because I decided to have a backwards cap with a chain. A chain. Is this it? A chain? It's a necklace. It's a fucking necklace. Now, if it's one of these fucking massive chains with some bling on it, all right, yeah, whatever. But I wasn't even frisked. I'll leave you to figure out why that would be an issue. But I wasn't frisked at this establishment. So they're trying to have this air of bouginess without really going through it. The fucking hats. I've worn a hat to a club before, and they didn't give me shit. So lots of dumb rules. Let's look at the comments here so I don't get accused of, the ego getting to my head of being the proprietor of a very successful YouTube channel. Crisp edges make it easier to learn. Corn Pop is talking about, someone asked about the Elmsley count, says Toby writing. Could you please upload a slow motion Elmsley to the Academy? Yes, I will do that. Slow motion Elmsley. I hate to say it, but it's a practice thing, man. It's a practice thing. One day you're going to get it, and it's going to be this aha moment, as happens with every single sleight of hand that you tend to learn. You're just going to get it, and it's going to work each and every single time. But I'll do it super slow motion just to cater to my students of the PigCake Magic Academy. If you're not a member, maybe you should consider joining. Again, it's how I make my full time. Providing YouTube tutorials for the unwashed masses. So consider it. We have some advice on it. 3 cards. Xavier says, hey, PigCake, how's it going? Well, clearly going well today, apart from my little rant. I heard Cubans screaming. I know it took me forever to learn, talking about the Elmsley count. They put your hands on your chest and squeeze passionately, PigCake? No, it was more of one of these, like a really annoying fucking just, hey man, hey. I'm like, hey, first of all, don't fucking touch me, all right? Don't touch me. Second of all, at least have a good reason. I thought, and I was mistaken, I apologize to all the bitches, that it was a dumb bitch, because that seems like a very, like a 29-year-old woman that, you know, her mom has a lot of money and she wants to be an entrepreneur, so she got a small loan of, I don't know, $17 million from her father to open up this lavish restaurant slash bar by the water. And she really wants to make the rules up. So her rules are, hey, we're going to have an air of classiness here in this establishment, So no backwards caps. And also, My last boyfriend had a chain. No chains. That's what I really thought it was. But no, it was just some Cuban guy. Some Cuban guy. So I don't get it. I'm not going to file a formal complaint. But I do want to ask. Next time I might get a little bit hammered. I go, hey, man, what's going on? What's going on? Let's see. Lamau, the Hat Police, says Cameron Brown. Literally the Hat Police. Stu Batman says there's few pubs by me that have signs saying no urban sportswear. Well, I don't want to be particularly racy, but I would agree with that particular sentiment in parts of England. You know, the puffer jackets and the machete, you know, certain things that I would agree with that. Stu Batman says tuxedo. Nicholas Jordan says Danielle and I's date night idea this weekend is driving to Miami to find and stock PigCake while drunk to see if he's really as good of a shot as he says. What do you mean by good of a shot? Oh, good of a shot. Like, I'm going to have my... I just watched GoldenEye, by the way. I just finished watching GoldenEye. Tremendous movie. What a beautiful woman in that movie playing the Russian Natalia. Fuck. God, and even Xenia, the Russian one that she killed a guy by fucking him too hard. That was a great movie. Caps can be used with blades, says Manel. Manel's been watching Peaky Blinders, apparently. Yeah, but it's not like they didn't allow hats at all. It's not like they didn't allow baseball caps. The cap just had to be forward. The brim of the cap had to be forward. That's the only thing that they allowed. So you know what I'm going to do next time? I'm going to wear a brimless cap. I'm going to wear a brimless New York cap. So let's see how that goes. Or I'm going to wear the 360 cap, which, yes, I know, it's a hat. But I've seen 360 caps with a New York logo on it. Thanks, man. It's only one slide that I can't quite grasp. Yeah, it is very infuriating considering it's not too hard to do. But once you get it, you could actually do doubles. So you could flip doubles over with it very easily. Disney adults, Nintendo adults, fans of Survivor, all the same. Not going to get me there. Not going to get me. I know that you're trying to get me with a pin of shame. I buy my cigars at a cigar bar and people are so uptight and try to seem so fancy. I mean, I've been to cigar bars in shorts and a wife beater before. There's one in a very nice area called Gables that I've been to after a workout. I just walk, I go there, and then I sit down, have a cigar. The only thing is that usually the cigars are upcharged quite a bit, and that's to deter people from just coming in and using the facilities, and it's to counteract usually the price of liquor that they have or the liquor license. So they raise up the price of cigars slightly. So I do suggest going to a cigar store if you're going to do some. If there's a Neptune by your residence, I suggest Neptune. Speaking of Neptune, I guess let me go into this. Now, I'm not a fan of Zins. Let me fucking reset the video drivers one more time. I'm not a fan of Zins, right? The first time I had one, I was coming back from the Keys with a friend of mine, and it was at 7-Eleven. And I said, fuck it, let me just try it. And I tried a small 3 milligram from this exact tub, and I threw up. I threw up my guts out later that night. It was awful. It was not a good experience. I had a migraine. It was not amicable. Then I tried another one, and at that point my heart was having palpitations all the time because of anxiety. Lucky the Lexapro has taken care of that issue. So I tried one earlier today, and it was good. It was great. I was writing up some scripts. I was doing some fun stuff, and it was a nice thing to keep me alert because I've sworn off caffeine for the same reason. So I consider me a fan. And I've gotten different flavors that I've tried. This is coffee. This is citrus. And then this is spearmint. And what Zin is, it's a pouch that you put on your lip and it gives you nicotine, essentially. That's all it is. Stimulant, much in the same as caffeine. Has pretty much the same exact effects. Nothing wrong with nicotine. Everything wrong with the delivery device of nicotine. Now, obviously, there are no long-term studies to show maybe some oral effects of this, but here's the thing about it. We live in the United States of America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. Don't tread on me, all right? Don't tread on me. We have people out here. We have people trying to prevent the American act of dipping. Look at this. Let me see if I could find this atrocity of Chuck Schumer. What a fucking terrible cunt. For many reasons, but listen to this fuck.
Has decided to crack down on Zyn. I'm ashamed of the headline I'm about to read. Senator Chuck Schumer, related to Amy Schumer, that's a discussion for another time, is calling for federal action to crack down on a product called Zyn. Here he is with a pouch, showing it off. Pouch packed with problems.
Look at this. Look at this fucking idiot holding it like it's a crack pipe, like he's Eric Adams. And this is a crack pipe that he just found in his son's what did he call a book bag? Popular knapsack. He's holding it like he's gonna absorb the nicotine in his fucking stupid hands. Sorry, my bad. I'm getting notifications over here from oh, that's funny. Text that I can't repeat here. But just look at this fuck.
High levels of nicotine. So today I'm delivering a warning to parents because these nicotine pouches seem to lock their sights on young kids, teenagers, and even lower, and then use the social media to hook them.
Looks like he could barely lift his hand. This is not the America I want to live in. Our rights are being taken away. I'm sorry, they just are. I don't Zyn. I don't. All right. The last dip I took was in 2020. But this is an attack on the American people.
I agree. You have like fucking New Zealand trying to ban cigarettes. You had a cigar ban that was proposed here. I hear certain organizations are talking about reducing the coffee that gets as a proposal to I don't know, fucking prevent forest fires. What's going on? What's really going on here? Now, I don't want to put on my Alex Jones cap, but I feel like there's some deeper meaning to this. Trying to crack down on things that enhance awareness, things that increase alertness. I don't think that's a good sign, especially when a government is claiming democracy. But they seem to be very omnipresent. So that really just rubbed me the wrong way. Zyn, it's a nicotine. It's just nicotine. 3 milligrams up to 6, I believe. I think they have 9. In other countries, I've seen snuff that's like 12 milligrams. Oh, this expired. Oh, I didn't know they had expiration dates. Oh, whoops. This expired August 2023. August 2023 is when this one expired. Luckily, I didn't have that one. I had a citrus. I don't think that's going to be too difficult, or I don't think that's going to be too bad, or whatever happens to it. What the fuck could happen potentially? Like, oh, a cigar? Is a cigar going to expire? I don't know how that could expire potentially. I guess just the best buy date would be August. But either way, just another disgusting attempt at removing us from things that we're allowed to do. Meanwhile, they're taking every single upper. They're allowing for pharmaceutical companies to just go crazy, handing out Adderall to children, to kids. You're giving them speed, is what you're doing. But Zyn is what you're cracking down on. All right, Chuck. All right, Chucky. Fucking hate Chuck Schumer. Cigars dry out, true. But if you put it in the right conditions, it doesn't. I've had a single cigar I've had a cigar in my humidor, my glass humidor, for probably I want to say since 2020. Since 2020, the same cigar. The humidity pack is still pliable. It's not dry, which lets me know that shit could probably live in there indefinitely. So if you have it outside, then yeah, it's going to dry out. But in the proper conditions, which I assume the proper conditions are going to be within its protective pouch. I don't know why it says peel here. That's kind of stupid. I guess for more information. Is there more information in the back? Or I think there's a little area, receptacle, where you could leave used Zyns somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken. Or in the top. Sometimes I've heard that they have like a little compartment for that. Alcohol is far more dangerous. That's true. Alcohol is very dangerous. I unfortunately am a victim to it. I'm a huge fan. I think alcohol is really all you need. Just because, in moderation. In moderation. I'm a huge fan. You moved to America, Manel. A simple nicotine pouch. Yeah, a simple nicotine pouch. All right, a simple crack pipe. There's studies that show that dip leads to oral cancer, but World War III close, so who cares? But this is dip, non-tobacco dip. So this isn't. This doesn't have any tobacco in it. As a matter of fact, you could swallow it. Not the pouch, but you could swallow the product of it. Not like dip where you have to spit it out. So yeah, obviously, if you're gonna have a tobacco in your mouth, you're gonna probably get elevated signs of oral cancer. But these, I don't think there's anything linked to it. But the studies might be very elementary. Piggy reviewing his favorite lube brand. Nicholas says, just do dip like a real man. I don't think I'm a fan. I'd be a fan of dip. I like cigars. I love cigars. But dip is just too much to me to ingest the tobacco. Ugh, God, if you ever had a cigar in your mouth for a little bit too long and the bits start to kind of fray in your mouth, it's not a good feeling. Let's see. Ukraine army is basically gone now. It's only a matter of time. Russia winning, but in a very loser way. I always care. I always get war updates from you, Hane. I appreciate them. Manel says, we live in the land of the free. Must be nice. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You live in Portugal, and I've seen some very nefarious dealings out of Portugal, especially the capital. Danielle says, of course you have a humidifier for your cigars. I have 4. And I'm sitting on one that I use as a chair. So it's not really a humidor. But these are, you call them humidors, but really they're just glass containers with humidity packs inside that regulate the environment inside. But yes, I do. I'm a Cuban man. I'm obviously going to have things to take care of my puppies, even though I haven't bought cigars in a long time. They've gotten a little tad too expensive, even the budget ones that I like. Expiration doesn't matter. It'll be fine, says Slatzer. I believe that. Every time I hear the national anthem, I wonder what the fuck does Star Spangled mean? Or Spangled mean? Spangled. Spangled. It means covered with spangles or other small sparkly objects or lights. I imagine it means, in that case, stars, right? To represent the states. The states that the English lost on a 13 colony lead, which is not accurate, but I like to say that. We'll see. Anyone got a recommended e-cig to use for smoke gimmicks? I think they're all the same now. They're all the same, essentially. I remember back in the day, back when it was unpopular, I ordered a cigarette, one of these cigarette packs, these e-cigs. They weren't popular by any means back then, and I didn't have the capital. But one thing I regret is not getting into that market of, jumping to it. And then Adam Rorson, he came out with the smoke trick, the little e-cig inside of the Sharpie, and I regretted it immediately because that trick did extraordinarily well. And unfortunately, I missed out on that because I didn't have the capital to fuck with that. But I remember that back in the day. But I think now it's all the same shit. The technology's really reached its peak. Well, technology being a thing that burns cotton flavored, the cotton with the flavored oil in it that you then ingest. Any good cigar recommendations that won't break the bank? Yeah, I said it yesterday. Factory Smokes. Factory Smokes by far is my favorite cigar for the price and the smoke. And the taste, it's great. Anything, Drew Estates has a lot of good budget ones. My favorite cigar, I already said this yesterday. I had a cigar list, and I went on a nice little tirade on cigars. But I believe my favorite one is called Sweet Jane, if I remember correctly. I like infused cigars. I'm kind of a British cigarette, as I've mentioned before. But you can't go wrong with a Drew Estates Factory Smoke. They're $2 a cigar. About $2 for a Toro, I believe. And phenomenal. The short filler, which means that it's mixed inside, but you're going to have a good time with that. And the sweet, you have that with some coffee, you're ready to take over a continent, essentially, with that. Speaking of taking over continents, this is something, wow, you're going to see why that's a questionable lead-in to this particular thing. I don't want to imagine where the following video is. I'd like to think that it's possibly somewhere. I see the tags. I can't actually read the tag. Maybe somebody might have better eyesight than me. Wow, this is a real reset heavy episode. But I want you to just notice the lack of care. Whatever happened to fear by criminals? Whatever happened to that fear of somebody potentially coming up to a calamitous situation? They don't have that anymore. Look at this fucking reaction by these absolute loser troglodytes.
Why are you going to my car?
Go back to sleep.
What?
Go back to sleep.
Okay, so you can tell by the accent that it seems to be somewhere in sunny old England, I believe. And this is a Ring camera, and you have one, I imagine, stealing a catalytic converter, a very costly piece of a car. And they don't give a shit. They don't give a rat's ass.
Why are you going to my car?
Go back to sleep.
What?
Go back to sleep.
Why are you go back to sleep?
Yeah, you heard me.
You heard me. The balls on this absolute fucking loser. Look at that. Just standing there all tough. I apologize for that ear rape, but look at this. Gives him all the time in the world to take the fucking thing. I hate the shit on this country, wherever it is. I'm assuming England, but be better. Be better. And the worst part is that I can almost guarantee that if you were to come outside with, I don't know, a fucking rolling pin, that you would get in trouble. You would probably be the one that gets in trouble for attacking these victims. You would probably get, because they're long gone. They're long gone. So you're probably going to be the one that gets the consequence. Or, God forbid, you have some sort of firearm that you choose to use to ward away these would-be thieves. You'd be the one that gets into hot water. They'd be showing up in your house saying, hey, oi, mate, I don't see you have a gun license. Oh, man. Boy. And be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better. Be better.
Oprah feeding fucking young girls to Harvey Weinstein, fucking idiot. So what's going on there? What's going on? What's this lack of care that's happening here? I want to see what the comments have to say about this, but let me mute that, make sure. I'm American, so, and it's a gun. I'm looking through these comments right now. Toss some boiling oil or boiling water and sugar. My Ring camera set up, and it's a guy holding an AK with a camera on it. Catalytic converter. Nobody has a gun. I'm certain I wouldn't go down there, but I'd probably start throwing all my cheap plates and cups. Yeah, at least do something. Throw something at them. You have the higher ground, after all. But no, these fucking losers are just there. And they don't have any sort of sense of worry because they know nothing's going to happen to them. They know that more likely than not, they're going to get away with it. And even if they do get caught, it's going to be nothing. It's going to be a slap on the wrist. They're going to be out by hours, not even days. Oh, God, what a fucking... he's going to be embarrassed. Looks like Germany. They don't vet the immigrants. Let's see. Thick Southeastern Africa accent. The accent is Jamaican. Germany, that's not UK. Those number plates are US. Fuck. Either or. It's probably like Oregon. It's probably in fucking Oregon or California. But they definitely don't sound like locals. That's for sure. Somebody recommended a Perdomo. Perdomo is a wonderful cigar. Monte Cristo number 5. I think that's a little bit pricey. At least last time I checked. Perdomo is a great one. Their Connecticut line, I think, was great. Those plates are US. Germany, I thought. That's so funny. He's going to be embarrassed when he reads chat. Either or. Whatever place it is, it's not a place that allows for you to defend yourself, like Florida or Texas. It's probably something like Oregon or Cali, where they go, no, think about the criminal and their rights. They're people too. They were probably stealing it to feed their families. They need to feed their families. What are you doing, you bigot? Working? Trying to make money like a normal person? Well, sometimes you got to do what you have to do. And they had to steal your catalytic converter. They're not stealing it from you. They're taking it and using it themselves. That's what's happening. Believe it or not, a lot of people believe that. They think that way. Hot oil. Next thing they'll suggest is using a trebuchet with rotten cow meat. Yeah, we're really going Neanderthal with our recommendations here as to attacking them. But if you're on a balcony somewhere and you see them, I assume that it was a Ring camera maybe, but you're in the balcony, just, yeah, fucking, hey, buddy. All right, here you go. Get a kettle on, and then just, all right, here you go. Fuck, what's he doesn't even, he looks like he has a rolling pin. It reminds me of that scene from, what's that show with Tom Hardy, where the guy comes with a rolling pin. What are you, Fanny Craddock? You're going to bake me a cake? So look what he has. He has a fucking, like, a rolling pin here. Look at this. Let's see. Is that a machete or some sort of pokey? It looks blunt. It looks like a blunt thing to me. Go back to sleep. These do look like American plates. That's for sure. But wherever it is, my goodness. Might I suggest concealed carry? Or you're in your house. Yeah, you have a why not shotgun that motherfucker? Technically, they're infringing on your if you have castle doctrine. Fuck. Maybe the footage might go against you. But a warning shot in their direction would probably do wonders. Let's see some comments here. You have to shoot to protect yourself in Florida. All you have to say is you were afraid for your life. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was afraid. No, I was afraid for my life. Oh, hey, what if they came up? What if they came up because I confronted them? Well, no, in that case, I only had one choice, and that's blasting near them. You can't even catch the motherfucker since they got that knife speed buff. That's phenomenal. They'll say you went down there. Well, there's a camera there, and it's to say my finger slipped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just got this gun. I don't know. My bad, officer. But here's the footage of them stealing my catalytic converter. I love watching my favorite gay British midget rant during prime time. You can't be more wrong. You can't be more wrong. I think you could try to make an effort to be wrong, but alas, my friend, you can't be more wrong. I know a lot about you, like why you're watching this ad, and it's specifically because you've looked up magic tricks. Well, hey there, my name's PigCake, and I've been doing magic trick tutorials on YouTube for the better part of 6 years. And I'm here to tell you about the PigCake Magic Academy with over 1,200 videos already uploaded, designed to make you an expert magician. You get access to all the content the moment you sign up, and I'm uploading every single week. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a video today. Just look at that list of moves, tricks, ideas that you're gonna get access to the moment you sign up. It doesn't end. As a matter of fact, I could stop talking completely, and the list is still gonna keep going. Just look. So check it out, the PigCake Magic Academy. The link is going to be below. I go with you, but I'm stuck in this video. But I'll wait for you to go ahead and click it. Go ahead, you know you want to. Look at that. Wow. Just a random ad there. Not a random ad, an ad for the PigCake Magic Academy. Why not? El Salvador special. The criminals are marked themselves, so it's easy to round them up. Joey Tulip said, my friend's house was robbed and they were tied up and beaten. The guy brought a shotgun after the break-in. Idiots decide to come back 3 weeks later. That was retarded. My favorite one was this guy that baited some people in, and there was an issue with I believe the actual situation of how he baited the person. It was a couple. I know that it was a couple, and it was an old man, and he made them believe that he left, and he had one of them come in and he shot them, and I believe the girl was still alive, and he gave her like a fucking coup de grace. So it was one of those situations, and he got done in for murder, especially because he didn't do the one thing that you're always supposed to do, which is lawyer up. Speaking of babies, as I mentioned before, it seems that a new trend on TikTok is dead babies live streams. Now, I warn you before I show you the next bit of footage. I hate to have trigger warnings like they do for fucking James Bond movies. Speaking of, here's a bonus topic. I mentioned this yesterday, but here it is. Sean Connery's offensive James Bond films plastered with trigger warnings for Cinema goers. Let's click here. Let's accept the fucking things. Look at this bullshit. Sean Connery's offensive have been plastered with trigger warnings, and you have the whole article. These titles were included here for historical, cultural, aesthetic reasons, and these views are in no way endorsed by the BFI or its partners. Shut up. My goodness. The Connery Bond movies are in question. Goldfinger and 1968, You Only Live Twice, with the latter including warning, contains outdated racial stereotypes. I wish they included that for both ways. Goldfinger features a scene where 007 physically forces himself on top of Pussy Galore before she succumbs to him. That was in every movie, in every Disney, in everything. Okay, not saying that that's obviously things that you should do, but you see, you got to court them. You got to court them. And it seems like courting now involves, excuse me, before I give you a hug, can I consent to hugging you, madame? Is it okay if I touch you? People are asking for consent with haircuts. Could you imagine? Hi, can I touch you? Oh, no, give me a Bluetooth haircut, please. Fuck. So, I don't know. I think that that's a retarded thing, but that's a different thing entirely. So I warn you here that I don't know if this baby is a fake baby. I don't know if it's a real baby. What it looks to me is it's purple, essentially. It's a purple fucking thing. I don't know if it's real. I don't know, but it's certainly trying to simulate as real. And this is apparently something that's going on TikTok. This is something that's going on TikTok. So you have been warned.
So cute. She was so cute and little.
I know.
She was adorable.
I'm a kitty.
Let's go.
And sometimes I like to be in detention, but I love you.
I love you too. See you later, alligator.
Bye.
Bye. I love her. I love her. She was nice. All right, guys. It's time for our Ambers to go to bed. Because I'm a tired girl, okay? Me and Fiopa was gonna go to bed. I'm gonna do more of these late night chats with you guys. I am, I promise. See you later, alligators. Because she was so...
No, she's got the crazy eyes, right? She's got the crazy eyes. Which lets you know immediately that we're not dealing with a person who's sane. We're dealing with a person who is on the opposite side of the spectrum. But she's making money from those live streams, as you could see. If you remember the whole fad from a couple months ago with people going on TikTok and, doing little fucking stupid dances for attempts at chump change. So it's retarded. It's a comedy bit. Is it really funny? Is it really humorous? And is it going to not have people that are going to try to imitate it and see that it makes money? The moment you do something and it makes money, you have people immediately copying you. You have people trying to patent on your shit. Even if you show a prototype, what's going to happen immediately is that prototype is going to get copied and sold on Temu within hours. So... isn't that meme girlfriend girl? No, that's not Lena, I believe. Lena, whatever she is. She's a fucking snack and a half. But no, that doesn't seem to be her. Gen Z aging really poorly. She looks older than Piggy. Well, that's the thing, right? And mind you, this is coming from a person that has benefited from the use of selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, such as Lexapro. But I'm aware that it's a pussy drug. I'm aware that it's something stupid. And it's just for a period of time when I unfortunately had a bout with irreconcilable panic attacks that ended with me in the ER thinking that I was having a heart attack. All medically related, right? It wasn't any sort of real stress that I was under. It was all perceived stress. It was all just, things coming through and manifesting themselves in my body. So I do understand that. But I'm an adult. I'm 33 years old. You're giving these things to children that are then taking them in their adulthood throughout their life. So obviously you're going to have an issue at some point with that. Obviously it's going to have negative effects when you're giving kids Adderall and you're giving them Ritalin and Lexapro and all these downers and these things that are altering their chemical composition. Not good. At least in adults, my brain has fully reached maturity. I believe it's by 25 or 24 or 25 that your brain finishes developing fully. There's no reason to be giving an 11-year-old Alexa Pro or an 11-year-old any sort of medication like that. It's just fucking retarded. So that's unfortunately the byproduct of that. A dude was trying to break into an old lady's house and he slipped and fell and ended up getting stabbed. So she called the cops because he was robbing her. He ended up suing the old lady and winning. I believe they referred to that particular case in the movie Liar Liar. But that's I think Gen Z is definitely aging poorly because of that. Also, iPad kids. You have these kids that are just looking at screens all day. Just I had to find myself to go, oh, fuck, hey, get up, go outside, walk. Because I'm there just looking at TikTok, looking at Twitter, just looking at dumb bitches shake their ass. It's not a good thing for anyone. But apparently that might be the next trend. So if you wanna get on it, there you go. There's a free game. That's the next trend that's going to be probably going up on TikTok. So if you have no care about any sort of moral or any scruples, just go ahead and see if you could make some cash, some roses that you could then translate to cash on TikTok. It's so fucking stupid. My goodness. Kaleem says sun rays don't reach that low. That's what keeps our piggy looking young and handsome. Really trying for the pin of shame there, but I'm not going to give it to you. I know you're really trying. But I don't think that's a bit. I think that it is somebody who seems to be crazy. That crazy is hard to fake. That crazy seems hard to fake, and she seems completely batshit insane. What's this other one that I wanted to get into here? I guess Nintendo adults is a good one. Nintendo adults, it's the same exact thing as Disney adults. It's this crazy necessity to infantilize your adulthood. You've grown up. You need to accept that. You could look back fondly as to good memories you've had as a kid. You could look back maybe every once in a while. Oh, I'm going to watch a Disney movie just for old time's sake. But to have it be you, to have it encompass who you are as an individual is a little bit too much. And we have the same for anything. In this case, a Nintendo adult. This is some dude, a rare Nintendo adult that's a brother. Again, this is probably done for some sort of effect, but it still exists. It's still something that I saw. Remember the Star Wars guy that cried for the trailer of Star Wars? And he's there like, oh my God, it's Palpatine. Oh, it's Palpatine from the movie. I recognize that. Oh. It's this consumer mentality, which unfortunately is a byproduct of our system of government and life, our capitalism. I'm a huge fan, but it is a downside that I'm willing to sort of hold hands with all the people from California that believe certain things about certain rich kids like Karl Marx. So this is what I mean.
Hope's not high. Hope's not high. What? There's no way. That's crazy.
There's no way! Oh my God! An updated 1,000-year door!
That's amazing, actually.
We thought it would never happen. Yo, I'm about to cry, dog. I'm sorry. I'm about to cry. Oh my God! An updated 1,000-year door. Oh.
Hope's not high. Hope's not high.
What?
Now, it could be done for comedic effect, to make a point that Nintendo's not really doing much and they're just rehashing all these old IPs and going, here, take it. It could be a point on that. But even if that's the case, what's the point you're making? Is the point that you're making that Nintendo, all they're doing is rehashing old IPs? Who cares? Who the fuck cares? So either way, it's a lose-lose. Now, at the very worst, we have a situation where a grown black man, by the way, the coolest. All white guys want to be black guys because they're so cool and strong naturally. You have a guy losing his mind over a fucking video game. And at the very best, you have a guy that's trying to make a point about a video game company coming out with too many games that are too similar to games in the past. I can't be the only one. I really can't be the only one, my friends. I put a comment, as a matter of fact, on a very similar video about a collection that was destroyed. A guy's 9-year-old cousin destroyed his entire collection, worth $35,000. It's the same shit. What is this? So I can't play the song, but look at the dolls. Look at this. A $35,000 collection, right? I see some sort of fucking, what is that? An anime? There's some fucking bullshit dolls, some toys. What? You're not reselling them. You're not taking advantage of capitalism. You're not buying them and reselling them. You're buying them and hoarding them. There's no purpose to this. At one point in my life, I bought some figures, I do admit, on camera, opening them up. The same with Pokemon cards. I wanted to sell them. That was the point, to sell them. I still am going to sell them. They fucking banned my eBay, apparently. I'm un-American. But this is just a collection of hoarding shit. What are you doing, man? What are you doing here? And I put a comment saying, I'm sorry, is nobody caring about the adult that has a $35,000 collection? And of course, I get fat fucks in the comments going, oh, your man bun. Because when I have nothing productive to say, my profile picture is me from the side with a man bun. Whatever. All right. Shut up. And that's all they say. Oh, your hair speaks differently. That has nothing to do with the topic at hand. The topic at hand is that people are trying to prolong their youth in order to not become adults, in order to not take the responsibility of adulthood. Let me see the responses I got, as a matter of fact, if I could find them here. Why is nobody concerned about an adult having a collection like that? I changed my profile picture up, by the way. I want people to have arguments, cohesive arguments. Look at this. See, exactly what I meant. Exactly what I meant here. You could see it on the side here. Man bun has no room to talk. I said, okay, otaku shoe. What? So again, a fucking profile picture of some bullshit. So, what's fueled by K-pop? Fuck you, nerd. Yikes. His parents paying, I don't care. It's time. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me see the other comments here. What other comments did I get? Why should we be concerned? He's an adult with a job and he could afford it. Do you collect anything? Yeah, retarded adults. Oh my God, how dare an adult collect anything they're interested in? How dare an adult buy things with his own money? All right, consumer. Fucking consumer, of course, a picture of a dog. Because you have a lot of money to collect this, you're hating on a collection means you generally can't afford it. I wouldn't collect it. I wouldn't have it if I had infinite money. Collectors are always adults, unfortunately, because adults could collect whatever they want. God, a bunch of fucking... Let the man on his fun. You must have a sad little life. I can't be the only one here. See, look, this guy. The law doesn't allow me to collect this, or am I breaking the law by collect this? I use the money? No. What happened to the other comment? There's another comment. Just like your name. Logic are a piece of shit, just like your name. Okay, Cipher. What the fuck? Dream Chaser. Let's look at Dream Chaser's account here. Let's see what this fucker does. Nothing but enthusiasm brightens up the endless years. Canada. Ugh, God. I want to call him a cunt, but I don't want to get banned on fucking Twitter. Twatter. What a... I don't get it. It's just... We're adults, my friends. Yes, if you have your little things here or there, but don't let it encompass who you are. All right? If you want to have a little thing, that's your prerogative. But just know it makes you a worse person. I'm not the bad guy here. The lockdowns were a mistake. We're still paying for the crazy high inflation. I think the future historians will look at lockdowns as a terrible mistake. Unfortunately, a lot of people would disagree with you. Slatzer says, Corn Pop says, Slatzer, I've heard some places locked down here, but where I live, nobody stayed home, nobody wore masks, and nobody shut down. We all went about our regular lives, and nobody died. Weird, huh? Well, I mean, unfortunately, we had to abide by certain laws of establishments and shit like that, but, you know, he's 33. That's why it's Piggy 2028, right? Is that true? Yeah, you have to be 35 minimum. Remember last week, Piggy had us waiting for 45 minutes just to stream for 20? That was hilarious. Thank you, Corn Pop. It shows my dedication to the PigCake community. PigCake, have you heard of Young Dabo? He's a kid that does videos of reactions just like that. It's satire. I get it, but either or. You still have one side that he's making a point about the Nintendo and their stupid policies or whatever, the perceived stupid policies. And the other side is that he's losing his mind. He's fucking losing his mind over a video game. And it's somebody that looks like this. It's somebody that looks like this. Let me give you an example. This is an exact same type of person that I imagine would probably make fun of people. Just like the other part, too. It's the same thing with sports. It's the same thing with these bros that are obsessed with fantasy football. You're the same type of person. You're a sports adult. So it's the same thing, even for things that have a perception of being a little bit more macho. Just like this guy for fashion.
Fit, tell me how much everything costs.
Balenciaga strike boots, 1200. Balenciaga lost tape, flared pants, 2000. Chrome belt, the studs on the side, 3000. Chrome jewelry, 5.
By the way, chrome jewelry looks repulsive. Chrome jewelry is probably the worst looking fucking bullshit. Chrome hearts. You look like you're wearing barbed wire. It's retarded.
5, 3, 2, 7.5. This is a t-shirt I made. Just me when I was younger. Balenciaga leather bomber, 9K. This beanie for like 1,000. Glasses for like 2,000.
Walk me through a fit, tell me.
Yeah, it's what he's not having, clearly, what he has on his hat. But this is the same shit. The same shit. 45 bands and no aura is crazy. Can make that fit for $50. Panda Buy. Yeah, Panda Buy is one of these websites where you buy essentially all these designer shits for nothing, for what they're cost to make, essentially, and the cost of shipping to your house is the more expensive part. You're buying clones, but most of the time the clones are one-to-one. What is wrong? You look like a mentally ill virgin. You look like your mom dressed you, and she's putting you in your big brother's clothing that doesn't fit yet. That's essentially what this guy looks like. But you see a lot of this in streetwear. It's all the same shit. It really is. There's no sort of the virginity here. It's you might think for something like this, fuck. So you're a dick, but wearing expensive clothing, says Toby Writing. Balenciaga exists solely to separate idiots from their cash. And they look like shit. You have Balenciaga bags that look like fucking like a paperclip or whatever. Those are kind of cool, but for the price, no thank you. I saw a ring the other day that's one of these, the same ring that you would put around a gas tube. If you've seen this before, I forgot what company it was, but it's one of these compression rings that looks like you would use to hold in a gas line in a motorcycle. And they're selling one in silver for like, I don't know, $5,000. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe like $800. But for something that you could probably buy from Home Depot for pennies. We deserve COVID. We deserve COVID, my friends. We deserve every sickness that's come our way. What else here? You can't be banned on Twitter. Literally, Twitter's gone. Only X. Well, I don't want to call somebody a cunt on Twitter and then get banned. Sorry, on X and get banned on X. So then I don't get access to X videos. I guess the last topic here is JesusCoin. This is something that came up a little while ago, which is one of these dudes. The scam is always around. The scam of the religious fella taking advantage of religion in order to make bundles of cash has always been around. We have Oral Roberts. We have Peter Popoff. We have all these characters from the 80s that took advantage of religion and Christianity to preach. We have some modern figures, that bug-eyed guy that, no, Jesus told me to buy a jet. Jesus told me himself. It's like, all right, dude, shut up. And we have this guy. This guy took advantage of it for cryptocurrency. Obviously, crypto is rife with scams. I have some invested, very, very little amount invested in crypto because there is a lot to be said about the technology. But people take advantage. They take advantage for a profit. And in this case,
Caitlin and I are being charged in a civil charge from the Colorado Securities and Exchange Commission for basically selling millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency that is deemed worthless by the state. Now, the reason that they're saying that it's worthless is because there is no exit for people who have bought. We launched an exchange. The exchange technology failed. Things went downhill. And from that point forward, we've just been waiting on the Lord literally for a miracle. So
we've been waiting on the Lord. I forgot one of Jesus' skills is coding in Python. I forgot. My bad. Jesus is a expert in Web3.
The charges are that Caitlin and I pocketed $1.3 million. And I just want to come out and say that those charges are true. So there's been $1.3 million that's been taken out of, I think it was a total of $3.4 million. But out of that 1.3, $500,000 went to the IRS and a few $100,000 went to a home remodel that the Lord told us to do. So how this whole thing started is the Lord told us in 21 to walk away from our marketing company. And he said, I'm going to do a new thing. And then he took us into this cryptocurrency. It was a different cryptocurrency other than index coin at the time. Well, that cryptocurrency turned out to be a scam. And so the Lord says, give that to them, but also give them a 10x. And I'm like, well, where's this liquidity going to come from? And the Lord says, trust me. Well, as money is coming in, we would be sowing it. And at first it was hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars, then tens of thousands of dollars. Money would come in, we tithe, we sow, more money would come in. And so we were just always under the impression that God was going to provide, that the source was never ending, that God was doing a new thing, and that we had nothing to worry about. And we sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. We did. We took God at his word and sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. And so the prosecutors have to take that and say, these people willingly sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. What we're praying for and what we're believing for still is that God is going to do a miracle. God is going to work a miracle in the financial sector.
God is going to work a miracle, my friends. Now, allegedly, it's real, right? It does seem like a parody of a video, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing, and the Lord told me you're going to jail. You have some comments here of people. Let me see if I could reset my video drivers, hopefully for the last time. I can't see that yet. Let's hope that I could fucking see it. So sorry for the stress. God has a plan for you. Yes, stay in the boat, trust in the Lord, and stop looking at the storm. Standing with you. Thank you. Unending support. Thanks for the update. No one can close a door the Lord has opened. Isaiah 22:22, brother. Thanks for standing and encouraging us through all of it. The Lord told us that we needed to do a home remodeling. Isn't that great? Wouldn't that be a wonderful line to use on a Jesus bitch? Like, no. Like, you don't understand. It's just, listen to me. Jesus told me, I have to have sex with you. I have to. And I have to do it in 30 seconds. I don't have to do anything about you and your situation. All I have to do is just worry about mine. It's what God told me. I can't argue with the man. All right? I can't argue with the man. Let's consult the real oracle. The real oracle being Dracula Flow. Let's consult this bad boy here. Let's scroll through and see what Dracula Flow has to say, a real oracle. Ass so fat, you can't trust me. I can't even trust myself. That coochie yummy slime. That coochie doing it for me slime. They thought they could stop a demon. I'm back. That Zaza got me speaking Esperanto. All relevant, all topical. Thank you, Oracle. You have not failed me yet. A lot of retardation. Let's see what you guys have to say here. God's plan is prison. As the Lord himself said, this bread is my body, eat it. This wine is my blood, drink it. And this Jesus coin is my crown jewel, invest in it. He confessed. Yeah, Jesus famously enjoyed the company of money changers. Which Lord? Lord Scammy, says Toby Writing. Jesus, take the keyboard. If only Americans could budget their money, says Leonard Miller. I'm starting to think it's not going to happen, guys. Anyone that doesn't give Piggy a thumbs up is not a true magic virgin. So come up, hit the thumbs up button, according to Lee Sharp. Balenciaga, all right, read that one already. Mormons use a similar for soaking. Dracula Flow describing what male prisoners will do to him. Dracula Flow, aka going down on woman during Shark Week. Thank you guys. That's the stream. I appreciate you guys for being around. I might do another one later on in the week. Over the weekend, as I mentioned in my update video on Kickstarter today, I'm going to be going to Danny's house on Friday, getting fucked up. And then over the weekend, I'm going to be shipping out all the playing cards. I hate to be serious here for a little bit. But if you guys are part of that, I'd like to thank you. As much as it's a endeavor that's going to leave me making probably negative profit. I think I'm making maybe $400 probably from the whole thing. But I'm ecstatic that I have a product that I could call my own and say, here is my deck of cards, and it's going to be around essentially there for you to have as long as the deck is around. And it's very happy. I'm excited for you guys to finally get your cards, and hopefully this is going to be one of many. Even though this one doesn't really make me want to do others, I'm definitely going to do others. If you haven't gotten your hand on a deck, we're going to be selling them individually through Daniel's company, and also posters, I believe, uncut sheets. But there are other things in the back end that we're also working on. That's going to be kind of exciting. But as far as this deck, I'm ecstatic that you guys are finally going to get your hands on them, and I just can't wait to see the pictures and videos of that as well. So I really mean that. It's not just something I wrote in that little update. That's really going to be what makes it worthy for me, because it's definitely not going to be the cash. It's going to be the videos of people using them and all the other stuff. So limited supply, limited liquor stain deck. I'm excited. But thank you guys. So that's the stream. I might be back over the weekend, streaming with Daniel. Apart from that, more importantly than anything, let me see if I have a voicemail. I don't think anybody left a voicemail anonymous 9 hours ago. I do, so I guess we'll end it with a voicemail.
Hello, Mr. Piggy. My name is Rupinda, and I'm calling you from Butthole Bleaching LLC. I'm sorry to hear that you have been having problems with our home anal bleaching products, the White and Tight Anal Sparkler 2000. As a gesture of goodwill, I would like to arrange for an at-home visit from our specialist anal technicians. Please email your details to me at rupinda@buttholebesparkling.com. Wishing you a sparkling white sphincter. Namaste.
Oh, well, that's kind of weird, right? Customer service goes through very great lengths to send me a message. That's kind of nuts. Hate that I played it here. Oh, it's hot in here, right? Oh, it really sucks that that came up in public, but you got to roll the punches, as they say. Man, really hope that I don't get any more messages going through to my my SpeakPipe page. That was kind of embarrassing, but as I was trying to say,
big fucking tits.
Big fucking tits.